Hi there, my name's Jay, and I'm here today to tell you really quick about one of the coolest games I've ever played, Genesis Battle of Champions. Now, Genesis is a collectible card game, so it takes some of my favorite aspects of other collectible card games, like building up an army of powerful creatures and casting crazy magic spells, but it adds a whole new dynamic I've never seen before, playing the game on a 5x6 grid. And honestly, that's what really makes the game stand out. In Genesis, I don't just lay my cards on the table in a line and imagine a battle going back and forth. I get to place my creatures onto a playmat, and then they move around a grid, tactically one at a time. Kinda like chess. I pick a piece and I move it, then my opponent picks one of theirs and then they move it. And the goal the whole time is we're both actively thinking about the battle. We're trying to put our creatures into a position where they can attack the enemy without getting hit back in response. And of course, being a collectible card game, we both always have the potential to have some really powerful magic spells in our hand with some other cool cards that we can cast at a moment's notice and surprise the opponent to turn the battle in our favor. Now, there are a ton of other really cool aspects of Genesis that I could talk about, but I'm just going to give you a couple quick highlights. First and foremost, Genesis Battle of Champions is a more affordable alternative for a collectible card game. The people behind Genesis Battle of Champions are former local game store owners, which means they know what it's like to be building up a gaming community and see their players come in and struggling week after week to keep up with so many products coming out and the price is constantly going up. That's why Genesis Battle of Champions currently only releases 1 to 2 major expansions per year. They want their players to have more time to enjoy the products that they have and be able to spend less time worrying about how they're going to be able to afford all of the new products coming out next. So if you're ready to experience the next evolution in collectible card games, ask your local game store to start carrying Genesis Battle of Champions, and you can start enjoying a higher level of gameplay with a lower hit on your wallet. Oh, so you've been playing collectible card games your whole life and you think you got it all figured out, do you? You started off with the pocket monsters, then you worked your way up to that game with all the wizards. Now you're even dabbling in something extra fabulous, and you think you know all there is to know. Well, not yet, you don't. Because Genesis Battle of Champions is here, and this game brings collectible card games into a whole new dimension. Experience more freedom during deck building. Every card in Genesis is rated on a scale from 3 to 8, and you've got 250 points to spend while building your deck however you want. Be super consistent, use nothing but 4s, 5s, and 6s, and always get a fairly reliable hand. Swing for the fences, load up with some amazing 7 and 8 power cards, and balance your deck out with some 3s and 4s to stay under the point limit. Discover for yourself just how much fun deck building can be when you don't have a 4-card limit holding you back. Now you can finally build all those types of crazy decks you've always dreamed of building. Genesis Battle of Champions is a rare type of collectible card game that can change the way you think about collectible card games. With its evolutionary new style of deck building allowing you more freedom and creativity while putting less limits on the individual cards you choose from, that's game-changing. And thanks to the unique tabletop grid-based combat system found in Genesis, players discover that there's a whole new level of strategy and tactics involved when you compete in a battle. In Genesis, you don't just play your cards, you lead them to victory.
Legend has it we could be legends, etched in the stone, forever on thrones. History's made in the moments. Heroes collide, it's all on the line with our backs against the wall. We came to fight. We came to take what was meant to be ours. There's no place to hide. Yeah, it's written all over the stars. Nothing will stop us against all the odds.
Hey everyone.
Hi everybody.
Hey,
I'm Janice.
And I'm Jason. How you doing?
I'm good. Yeah.
Well, I survived a day at work, a busy day at work, so that's exciting.
Yep, that's good.
The kid got his eyes checked, no glasses needed, so that's always good.
I don't know how that's possible with all the...
I can't find stuff.
Yeah, right?
The obstetrician, the person that comes before the doctor, who does like the air test and stuff.
Yeah.
I was joking about that, and she's like, "Oh, it's just he's already got man eyes." So she had 2 sons, so it was pretty common.
Yeah.
Common issue.
Yeah.
So, but
I understand.
yes, there's no such and such in the fridge.
Yep. I've fallen victim to that affliction once or twice in my time as well. So,
Yeah.
who am I to judge? Well, everybody, thanks for coming in and tuning in tonight, I should say. It's going to be a lot of fun, honey. I'm excited. We get to actually share a fun little bit of an update, which is cool. Get to let people know some of the cool stuff that we've been working on. And
Well, let's be honest. You've been working on.
yeah, a lot of it's been stuff I've been doing. So.
Jason's been working like a mad dog for the last 3 weeks on a special new project.
Yep, which we're going to be revealing tonight, and I'm excited about it. To be honest with you, the reveal that we're going to be doing tonight, and we might talk about a couple of cool projects that are in the pipeline, but the main one that we're going to be revealing tonight, I'm just really, I'm thrilled that we're at a point where we can announce it tonight, because the progress on it has been going really, really well, and that's why we both feel confident that now's as good a time as any to share what's coming out in the near future, and so I'm excited about it.
Yeah.
It'll be fun. It'll be nice to see what people think of it. The little heads up, anything that you see tonight regarding anything that's not released yet is always subject to change. Things are always being tweaked on, worked on, improved, and whatnot. But I think that's the same caveat with anything. Anytime there's any kind of preview or spoiler or whatnot, people are always like, just so you know, something could change, but we're in a good spot right now. So
yeah, we've been starting to get the engine going again with this new year, and and
really buckled down a lot and just doing a lot of work. Like you had mentioned, lots of hours going into Genesis, and lots of progress being made thanks to the extended hours. So big shout out to Janice, because she has to kind of keep the house going together while I bury my nose into computers and other things, phone calls, meetings, all the stuff involved with running a company. So.
Yeah, and I just do emails and the books.
Yeah. Important tasks,
but not very exciting.
Yeah.
And I have no skill set to even start to do what you've been doing.
Yeah.
I just kind of like, go, honey, go. Do you want more food? Would you like a snack? Do you need some water?
It's a great dynamic, for sure.
Just hopefully he doesn't resent me while I'm watching TV and he's, working.
Nah, it's all good. It's all good, just mainly because of the fact that when we're working on anything Genesis related, we both love it, right? So, passion project and all that. So So it's nice to see a bunch of people here. A lot of people in the chat have already said hello, and then it looks like the numbers I'm seeing on my phone says there's even more people watching in the crowd. And
the lurkers.
Hello, lurkers. Hope you're doing well. If you like, honey, we can jump right into revealing something. I got a little video clip. It's about a minute long.
Sure.
And
then we can talk about it.
Because
it's all secret still.
Yeah, until this video,
we watch it,
right? And then
so exciting.
And then I'm excited because I'm hoping people will have some questions and we can actually talk about it. It'll be fun. So hey, Cardboard Flesh and Blood lurking in the background. Well, let's make it worthwhile for everybody. I'm assuming that the volume's been good because nobody's complained about the volume. So we're just going to jump right into a little video clip.
And you got to fix the preview.
Yeah, that's good feedback. I tried to comment in the chat, and I think my comment got erased, but I was going to say that that's good feedback. I will turn down the background music in that intro, since now it's actually got informative information rather than just generic stuff. So I will tweak that before next week. So thanks. That was Kairos or Cross that suggested that. So thanks for the feedback. I will implement that. But in the meantime, I'm pretty excited to share this, so I'm not going to build it up anymore. I'm just going to go ahead and hit play on the video, and
go.
You guys will learn, and
Just
we'll
press
talk
play.
in a minute.
Play.
Okay.
Play.
Okay.
Press play.
Okay. Here we go.
Finally, a new arena awaits you. And yes, all 5-star decks are playable here. Someday, you will even be able to play with your own custom-built decks, but for now, choose your deck and battle it out online with a friend. Or play through some practice games with our AI opponent.
Well, there you go, folks. So now we get to talk about it.
Okay, I'm going to make him stop talking for
Sure.
a minute.
Yeah, what do you want to say?
Well, so Jason has been working on other stuff with Genesis and using some digital products that he uses to do all of his stuff.
Yeah, to try and make videos look better, amongst other things. Yeah.
And in it, he found a way to make the digital client game for Genesis. Now, let's be honest. When we took over the company almost 2 years ago, like 2 years June, so a year and a half ago, we did contact someone to get that done. And they...
Within a month of us signing the paperwork just to open up our
And they
own
were
company.
like, yeah, we can totally do that.
Yeah.
Totally do that. And like 6 months goes by. How's it going? Oh, yeah, I'm still working on it. It's good. And then they
just kind of went radio
ghosted
silence.
it. And no updates, no nothing. And then it was kind of like, oh, yeah, I kind of lost interest and it didn't happen.
So it was over a year by the time I actually was able to get a straight answer from the person, and they were like, "Oh yeah, I'm not going to do it."
And then we ran into other issues with other stuff.
Yeah.
You know, things were happening and going on, and it kind of got put on the back burner because there was a lot of other things going on. And so when Jason was working on something else for the game,
for the company,
found that, you know, he could do this. And so literally this man has put in a good 30
hours a week
for the last 90 hours plus.
Yep.
Because he's been no fun and we haven't done anything for 3 whole weeks to get
I totally admit that. Yeah.
We played one board game. We went to friends one night.
Yeah.
And it was an awesome game.
Yeah, Blood on the Clock Tower, I think.
Oh my gosh.
Great game.
Great game.
Yeah.
Big group game.
Yeah.
It was fabulous. Jeremy was our
host
of the night, and it was fabulous. But just to be said that Jay's been working on this and learning programming in
coding
through coding and all of this behind the scenes for the last 3 weeks. And we think this is the best move forward because we know that this way we can get more people introduced to the game and grow and help stores learn how to play and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So we think it's a great way forward at this point in time for where we're at. And yeah, hopefully we'll have a playable version out soon.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
You're still...
Yeah, I that's the kind of stuff I'd like to give some answers to
now
people.
You can talk.
So, for anybody wondering, the software that I've been using, which I like Janice mentioned, I only got into using the software over the last couple months for a different project for the company that was unrelated to this. And the software is one that everybody's probably heard of and very familiar with. It's Unreal Engine 5, which is one of the three big ones, software development for like AAA video games and stuff like that. So I was using Unreal Engine 5 for some video rendering stuff, and then I realized that I was slowly kind of learning how I could build the basics of a collectible card game, and then about 3 weeks ago, I just made the decision. I asked Janice, I'm like, do you mind picking up all the slack at home for a few weeks if I just bury my head in this and just like really every day work nonstop on it? So that's what's been going on. I've been coming home from work and then working in the evenings, and then usually I get up around 6:30 or 7 in the morning, put a couple hours of work in on Unreal Engine in the morning as well. But it's been worth it because this project, including that trailer that you just saw, none of that game existed at all 3 weeks ago. So 3 weeks ago on a Monday night, exactly 3 weeks ago from today, was the first night that I set aside time and I started working on this project. And so in those 3 weeks, we've made a lot of really exciting progress right away. I've got card templates set up in the game so that the game can sort cards by card type, so that it can know if something's a swift or if it's an action. It'll know whether or not you can play it. I've got it set up with all 5 starter decks are completely in the game. I've digitized, took all the images, put them in. I've assigned values for things like health to them all. There's an overlay so that if it's a creature or if it's a creature and creature
Alteration.
or alteration, those are the only 2 types of cards that have health on it. So right now I have a variable health that shows up floating over top of the cards and changes dynamically whenever damage is done. I haven't quite figured out how to make it only appear on those 2 types of cards, so that's the kind of thing that I'm working on. So right now for other types of cards it just says 0 health, but later I'll have it so it only appears when it's needed. As you saw in the trailer, I'm working on fine-tuning an AI for it. I don't know how phenomenal the AI is going to be. I'm not going to overpromise on that, but it will be good enough that you'll be able to play some practice games and test your deck, whether it's just a matter of being able to goldfish it kind of thing with a very mindless AI, or whether or not the AI ends up being pretty competitive. Those are the programming things that I'm still working on. So
PC for now.
Yeah. It's going to be on Steam, just on PC at the moment, although with Unreal Engine there is the capability later on to make the few tweaks and changes that you need to make it be playable on a mobile as well. But I feel like that would be kind of stretching the limits of my capabilities right away. I just wanted to get functional on one easy-to-play thing, PCs for now, and then we can work on getting it onto other systems, including, like, even with Unreal Engine, games appear on Switch and stuff like that too. So theoretically, it could someday down the line appear on any console, theoretically. But we're going to just start with out on PC on the Steam store. So that's the initial plan. Timeline-wise, based on all the milestones we've hit in like the first 3 weeks and how close to it being a basic playable game today, like it's very close to being a manually playable game. And then obviously the fine tuning I want to do is make it so that when you play a card, maybe it's got a trigger like a Harlequin. When you summon a creature, you get an automatic token. Right now you'd have to put it in manually, but I'm trying to fine tune it to make all those kind of cool things happen. Because again, once the game's really done and polished, probably in about 2 months or so, it should be a game that new players will be able to learn how to play Genesis with just by playing the video game. There is going to be a tutorial in it with
how to
play the game and explaining it all, much like some other collectible card games that have video game versions. Same idea. So it's going to be a really great tool, I think, for game stores, for one. If you've got game stores and people are liking the game and you want to get new people into it, you can just be like, download the game for free and play it online on Steam and maybe practice at home with your friends. I think it's going to be a great boon for game stores. It's going to be great for just getting people into it. All 5 starter decks are going to be available to play for free in the demo version. And then what I think will happen is 6 months after that or whatever, we'll update it with a full paid version where you'll be able to buy it and unlock the functionality to build your own decks from scratch. And then every year there might be like a $10 add-on to update with that year's new expansions, and just, or some kind of fee just to keep adding, because so So that's the idea. I'm really excited with how it's going. It has went very, very well. Almost every night I call Janice into the office where the computer is, and I'm like, look at this, and I've got this working now, and I got this working now. So I'm bugging you every day because...
Oh, yeah, with updates, except for last weekend.
Yeah, last weekend was...
was rough.
Yeah.
No, 2 weeks ago, I guess it was, wasn't it?
Yeah, it wasn't this past weekend. It was 2 weekends ago
something
now, where I spent, without a word of a lie, 20 hours over the course of my 2-day weekend, 2 10-hour days in a row, trying to fix a problem and make one little feature work. And I was kind of hung up on it because if I didn't fix that, I couldn't do other stuff.
Move forward. I took the day off, Monday off, when we were supposed to have a bit of downtime and no kids home and hang out, and it didn't happen.
Yeah, unfortunately.
I made dinner and I watched him go, nope. Every couple hours, nope, that didn't work.
Yeah, it was
and then I went to
learning
bed.
all this is tricky.
And then I went to bed at midnight, and you came in just thereafter, and you're like, I figured it out!
Yeah.
So
I can sleep, finally.
Yeah.
After 2 days. So, yeah.
Yeah, it's been amazing. Jay's been working, like, super hard on it and learning lots, and...
Yeah.
Yeah, and we're making sure that it's not going to be some subpar, crappy thing.
No, I'm very... I have high standards for myself, and I want it to be really great. Like, I'm excited, too, that, like, in the character level... character select level that you saw at the beginning of the trailer with the ruins, you hit a button and it picks which one of the 5 champions you want to play, and then immediately after you hit that button it loads the gameplay level, and in the gameplay level it automatically loads in the bottom right corner, it loads the correct picture of which champion you're playing as, it loads up the correct starting health total, it sets your starting aura to the right amount, all based on whatever person you've chosen out of the 5 starter decks to play as. It assigns the right deck to you. You draw your first opening hand. The deck's randomized. One of the things I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get it so that before the deck gets randomized at the very start of the game, by default, the first card on top of the deck is the champion. So right now I'm working on the code to make the game draw the champion into your hand, then shuffle the deck. That way you always have the champion there to play as the game begins. So that's the kind of cool stuff that we're making a lot of progress on. It's very close to, as I say, being playable already. Like our boy Sam, who loves video games, he's here this week, and I told him probably another day or two I'm going to have to install like a beta client onto his laptop so that we can play some Genesis matches via the online client and start debugging and playtesting. So lots of exciting stuff. I'm really happy with how it looks. I think it's going to be, just because the sky's the limit with Unreal Engine, I think it's going to be really great, high-quality graphics. The gameplay you saw is actual gameplay from the build, so like that's the quality graphics you can expect. And it's going to be our goal in the future, once it's already out and up and running, that every time a new set comes out, we'll have the set ready to add to the game. So that's it. It's a big deal. I think it's going to make life a lot easier for anybody who wants to convince their friends to try the game. Download it for free, we'll play online, and then come to the store with me kind of idea.
Yeah. Well, and also just us being able to teach across the world to anyone, pick a time with someone, and be able to play against them on Steam, is a way we can... help grow the community and reach more people. So we'll be doing that and make it available to help teach people.
So based on how much progress we've got in 3 weeks, and literally 3 weeks to the day, and as I say, I think I'll have my first playable beta version of it to hook up with Sam here at our house to play in another day or two, and we're going to start debugging it. I'm quite confident to say that we should be able to get a playable version uploaded onto Steam for people to start downloading and playing with right around the beginning of April. That gives me 2 months, basically all of February and all of March, and then the start of April. And just because I think it would be a bit of a thing of beauty, I'm hoping to get it ready to go by April 3rd or 4th, whichever day it was that Sid put up the notice that the game was shutting down. I think it was April 3rd. So whatever day that is, that'd be the day I'd like to make the game go live, just to kind of close that chapter and make that date be a date with a good memory on it, not just a sad memory. So yeah. So that's the goal, that's the timing, that's the progress, that's the video preview for everybody to see. I'm very excited, and we'll probably come back in a few more weeks just to give you another update on how it's going and what features have been added and whatnot. But you can rest assured that for the next month to 2 months, I'm basically going to be full-time working on this online game client so that people can start playing it all around the world easily, hopefully around the beginning of April. So that's all I wanted to share about it.
Yeah, I just got lots of dishes and cooking to do and cleaning.
Yeah, so if anybody...
I try and be the support.
And you are. You're very awesome at it. That's very much appreciated. If anybody has any questions that you want to ask about the game, the online game, feel free to ask. Also, I'm excited to share a little tidbit that the other project that I was working on before I realized that I could do an online client for Genesis is I was working on some promotional videos for what's going to be Edge of Exile's second game that's going to be coming out to stores. And that'll be coming out later this year, but I won't really reveal anything else about the other game that'll be coming out. But we're going to have 2 very fun games on the market at the same time, so that's exciting. And but that's a story for another day.
You sneak it in.
Yeah, just a little bit, just a little tidbit to let them know that the online client isn't the only exciting thing going on.
We're trying to get everything going back up and running, and with the 2 of us and the team, and yeah, moving forward with fun and exciting things.
Yeah. I definitely think that the next couple months are going to be really exciting. As soon as we get this game out and people can start playing it around the world a lot easier, I think it's going to do a lot of good for helping kind of raise the profile and the awareness of Genesis. And it'll definitely, like I said, I think it'll help stores a lot too, because it's really easy to be like, here's a link, go click it and download this game, and you'll see for yourself how awesome it is. Then come back and buy all the cards. So yeah. Hi, Duelist. Welcome to the chat. You missed a bit of a fun spoiler as we revealed a video for our online game that's going to be coming out in a couple months. I don't really have anything else that I needed to add tonight. What do you say we watch the video again real quick? Give people another chance to check it out in case anybody came in late. And then after that, if there's no questions or whatnot, then we can just call it a night and I can get back to work. Slave driver. Yeah. So yeah, let's watch the video again for a sec. Give you guys another look.
King got in. He messaged us on Discord, but I didn't see him in.
Yeah, he's Kairos.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, my bad.
That's him. Yeah. Okay, so let's go ahead and we'll watch the video again. If anybody has any questions you want to know, you can feel free to ask us. But here we go.
Finally, a new arena awaits you. And yes, all 5-star decks are playable here. Someday, you will even be able to play with your own custom-built decks, but for now, choose your deck and battle it out online with a friend. Or play through some practice games with our AI opponents.
Good job, baby.
Thanks, honey. Working hard, having lots of fun working on it. Can't wait to get to the point pretty soon where people are going to be able to play it. It's going to be exciting. I think this is our year. I think this is the year of the Genesis.
This is the year.
Yeah, that's what I think. It's going to be a great year, folks. I'm going to get back to work, I think. And,
well, let's just wait a second to see if anyone has any questions. Because they're like...
True, that's true. We're always ahead. There's a bit of a delay.
And also message us on Discord or Facebook, and we're usually pretty good at getting back.
Try to, yep.
Oh, goodness. Is it bedtime yet?
Maybe after the live stream's over.
Maybe.
No questions, just hype.
Awesome.
We're excited to get back down to your neighborhood. Down in Ingersoll, there's a great game store there. Arcane Hobbies and Games. You want to check them out in Ingersoll if you're ever in the area. Check them out. They are a very nice location. And,
great board games.
Great, yeah. Oh, I wonder... I should ask him later if he has that game that I've been wanting so bad that's out of print. I'll message you after. There's a board game that's out of print I can't find that I'm dying for, and this guy's got like a massive selection. So I think that's it for now. Yeah. Thanks everybody for tuning in. We hope you enjoyed the preview, the first look at Genesis Battle of Champions Online. There's going to be lots of exciting updates coming in the very near future, and we'll make sure that we let you know here and on Discord and on Facebook and everywhere else that we communicate when it's time to go and download that client and start playing online. Probably right around the start of April. That's the goal, and I'm quite confident we're going to do it. Like, we're making killer progress. So that's all for tonight.
Yeah, we're making killer progress.
Yeah.
I'm doing so much work.
You are. You're epic.
I know.
Couldn't do it without you.
Well, that's true. All right, everybody. I hope you have a great week. Stay warm. Hopefully it doesn't snow more.
Yeah. I've had enough of that.
Well, we've had, I think, 10 snow days this winter so far.
Right?
So
yeah, lots of snow days.
Sam's loving it, but Mama's not.
Yeah. Kids always like it when it's snow days. Parents, not so much.
Yeah, he's 15. At least he can stay home alone. But
Yeah.
Thanks, everybody. You have a great night. Take care. Stay safe out there.
Bye.